Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
How y'all doing out there today? It's William here at Allegory Gallery, and Andrew's over there working on some things, mostly petting Gilbert right now. Gilbert's helping him. So how are y'all doing? Hope you're having a great day. It's been a busy one here at Allegory Gallery. Andrew's been working on some paintings, and I think he was up most of the night doing that. Although I know he slept a little bit. He slept a little bit in between making arrangements for Baltimore tomorrow, which is crazy. So we're heading for a day trip to visit our friend Kelly and to see the Joyce Scott exhibit down there in Baltimore. So, and we're also, what's the other museum we might see?
I want to go to the American Visionary Museum.
The American Visionary Museum as well. So we're going to try and make a whole day of it and see some of our friends in Baltimore in the area. And yeah.
Somebody's in Baltimore will probably have an extra ticket.
Oh, yeah?
Because our friend Gloria was supposed to go with us, and then she can't go.
She can't make it. So if you're in the Baltimore area and you want to see the Joyce Scott exhibit, we're going to be there.
Pretend your name's Gloria.
Pretend your name's Gloria, and we got an extra ticket probably. Just hit us up in our email or send a message. But yeah, so hey, Susie. Susie's here. Norma's here. We have Armaza 2013 on Instagram. Notorious NKM on Instagram, and MGem over there 63 on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging out with us today. We're going to do more gemstone strands, $20 and under. And today we actually have one that hits that $20 mark. Yesterday we didn't even have a $20 one. So
no false advertising.
I know, false advertising in the best way, right? So hopefully you're having a great day. I worked with Barb today in the shipping department for the entire morning and afternoon. I literally just walked in the house a few minutes ago to get ready for the live here. And we got out close to around 80 orders today, I believe. So that's been great. And those 80 orders condensed into a smaller amount of packages. But if you follow us here in the live very often, you know that sometimes you order one thing on the live, sometimes you order 10 things on the live. Each one of those comes up as an order for us. So if we're combining shipping, we shipped out a lot of people who prefer us to combine things today. And so we had a lot of orders. We went through about 80 orders today. So very excited about that. And clearing the decks for Barb to retire. We're not so happy about that, but we wish her well. She was showing me pictures of her grandson today. And instead of Grandma or Mima or any of that, her name to him is Cookie. So Cookie. So she got videos of him saying Cookie and saying hi to her.
Like, what's my name?
So.
But I know the other babies, their first words is Cookie.
Yeah.
Because they love the cookie.
Well, I guess he already says Dad and Grandpa, I guess, and so nothing for Grandma. So Grandma got Cookie. So that's her name. Hello, Harry. Hello, Norma. Says I was happy to get a shipping notice in my email this afternoon. Yes. Lots of shipping going out today. I am worn out, but it's always good because Barb and I make a good team when we're able to work together, because I know what's going on with the orders, and when people have notes on their orders or they've emailed about something, instead of her having to write notes and go through all her notes every time, I kind of just know that stuff. So I combine the orders for her and pick most of the stuff and put it together, and then she does all the packing, which she is much better at it than me. I'm not looking forward to that part later down the line.
You're great at it.
But I'm I
You
think
showed her how to do it.
I did, and I think that I'm so good at it that I'm too perfectionist at it. That's the one thing. I slow down doing it because I'm too much of a perfectionist sometimes when it comes to the packaging.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if the little packets in there wrapped up in their tissue paper don't have like the nice creased edges, or they're not folded just right, it makes me crazy. If I put the
here with like scan choice style,
wrap it in newspaper and yeah,
paper towel.
I like all the packets to look nice, and if they go in the box and they get crushed a little bit, then that makes me crazy.
Oh well.
So
As it gets there and it gets there safe.
that's what I have to go with. That's what I have to remember. But because it's going to be me and me only soon, and that's okay. We're going to be fine. We're going to be good, especially once we get all these kind of orders cleared up with Barb. Barb's going to be working tomorrow while we're away to kind of finish, and then they are off to a wedding that they'll be gone for a few days. And I don't know if she'll be, if we absolutely need her, I think she would come back for a few more days, but I think that's pretty much it.
In that case,
Andrew's like, in that case, Barb, we need you. He's like, I have a mighty need. Suzanne says, hello, everyone. Hello, Suzanne. Another flood warning down there. Yikes. Yikes. Susie says, best wishes to Barb. Enjoy. Yeah, so, yeah, be safe down there, everybody. Don't.
So we found another strand.
Of what?
Remember yesterday? Your young daughter, Tallulah.
Oh, yes. When we were talking about Tallulah, we found yet another strand that she had stole.
Well, she stole a strand of labradorite and put it in her box. And she shook out that box and it fell out.
Shook out the box and it fell out. And then I found a strand of tourmaline that she had started to carry away. I must have got caught in the process because it wasn't in her normal space. And today, we have a bunch of the Noble Creature wooden pendant necklaces sitting here at the house that need to go to the store. And I found those halfway across the floor and all tangled up in their chainy mess now. So thanks to Lula.
She can undo it.
She can undo it. She can work her little paw magic.
That'd be cute.
Pulling at the chains. Watch her pull at the chains to untangle everything. Norma says Tallulah goes for the good stuff. Yes, she does. Silver, crystals, sparkly, S-word crystals, labradorite, tourmaline. She likes the peach fuzz color in the
copper color.
In the coppery color range.
Only in crystal. Copper
in crystal. Yeah, copper crystals. She has an affinity for copper crystals.
I wonder if they can see if that's their,
They say they see in black and white, so I don't know, whatever that shade comes up must be. She does like more of the sparkly things, so maybe it's the reflection, or Suzanne says, my kind of cat. I know, right? She's got good. Andrew's like, you want her? She's got good taste. You cannot give Tallulah away. She's a good girl. She just likes to steal once in a while, but other than that, she's adorable.
Once in a while, every day.
Once in a while, every day. Well, Gertie did not wake me up this morning with her normal wake-up call, so I don't know what happened there.
She was hanging out with Gilbert.
Oh, yeah, she was hanging out with Gilbert. She was hanging out with Gilbert on the stairs. G Crew. Let's see here. Suzanne says Cinnamon likes pearls. I see. Hold on. I'm pulling up the email so I can get ready for this too tonight. I don't know. We're going to have another 30 lots tonight. We're getting there. We're working our way through. Anne says, hello, AG Bead fam. I'm going to listen while I look for pest control company. I have wasps in my mailbox. I've had to put my mail on hold. No beads. Oh my goodness.
I thought you had bees.
Huh?
I thought you had bees.
Bees? Apparently wasps in the mailbox.
Well, I know you don't want to kill it, but there's a can and it shoots real far.
Andrew knows that can.
I don't play messing around with that business.
No, wasps are dangerous. Wasps are dangerous. And I don't normally like to kill things, and I try not to, but if wasps were coming after me... Susie says put a dryer sheet in your mailbox. They probably wouldn't like that, actually. With poison, Andrew says. Yeah, so... Well, we can hold your shipments, Anne. I don't think we have anything going out today. Or did we? Did we? I think we did do stuff for you today. You might get a shipping notice. If you want us to hold it, let me know. If you really want me to hold it, let me know, because I can let Barb know not to drop yours off at the mailbox tomorrow morning. I think she's dropping everything in the mail tomorrow because we worked through the mail time today. I showed a picture to the honey guy. He said they are bald-faced hornets, which are also wasps. He said they can be aggressive. Yes, I've heard those can be. And says, I just put mail on hold with the USPS. Okay, they'll deliver later. Good. All right, because I can have Barb hold it if you need to, because I think we sent out something to you today. A few people sent me a few extra emails today from yesterday's show, and I think I got through all of them. I was just checking my junk now to make sure no one else has sent anything. No, I think we're good. And
you like this?
Do
they like it?
Do you like this $20 and under thing? Is this a good thing for you, or do you want to see like the $80 and over strands instead? Or do you like the loose gemstones instead? Or you got to let us know what you like and what you're looking for. Otherwise, we're just going to come up with stuff, but we want you to like it. Suzanne says yes in all capitals. I think $20 and under is a good deal for a lot of the stuff we're doing. It's hard to find nice gemstones for $20 and under anymore in a strand that are quality things. So we figured this would be pretty good. Suzanne says, I like them all. I like them all. We're going to have some good stuff today. We have some rose quartz. We have some more of that dyed chalcedony a lot of y'all are liking. We have some of the jade. We have some... we have a lot of good stuff. Aventurine. We have some Amazonite. We're going to have some good stuff tonight. Cheryl says, hey there, thanks for the Apple info, William. We're going to hold off till September, fingers crossed. Good. That's what I would do if you can. Cheryl wrote me to ask about some Apple info, rumor stuff, for the new iPhone. Yeah, anybody who has an iPhone who they're thinking about getting rid of it like now, Cheryl's not the first person to ask me that here recently. There have been 2 or 3 people that have asked me because their phones are kind of on the way out, and they're like, should I just get the 15 or should I wait for the 16? Here's the thing. Apple almost without fail releases a new iPhone in September. September is the month. I think there's only ever been once or twice in the history of iPhones since 2007 that iPhones have not come out in September. So it's a yearly thing, generally September, around the 12th-ish, and then they ship by the next week. If you get in, you wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning and process your order, you'll get it about a week later.
Mine almost paid off.
Yours is. You're almost ready for an upgrade. But right now, Apple Intelligence is going to be coming out in the new operating system. And that is Apple's version of AI, which is done much more securely than other people are doing AI. It is not so much... It's processed mostly on your own phone. It's also not as open to the world. Like, they didn't train it, opening it up and selling everyone's information, you know, like a lot of other companies have done to train their AIs. But they are partnering with OpenAI. So if Apple Intelligence or, you know, S word, if they can't answer the question, then there's going to be an option to open it up to OpenAI. Or there's rumors that they're going to plug in, you're going to have like plugins for other AI platforms. So like Microsoft's AI, which I forget what it's called now, Google's AI possibly. No, Cortana is different than I think the AI. There's rumors that Cortana is going away, or they may have actually taken Cortana away in the newest update to Windows 11. So if you have an iPhone that you're like, I need to get rid of it, but I want to upgrade, it's dying soon. If you can wait till September, get the new one. But Apple Intelligence is only going to run, I believe, on 15 and 16, so, and future. So if you have, like, I have a 14, I think it is. My phone, even though it's only 2 years old, will not run Apple Intelligence. I'm pretty sure. There are limitations. So you have to have the newest, which will be 15 right now or 16 in September. So that's it. That's my little spiel. If you have any other Apple questions, feel free to email me like Cheryl did, and I can answer them to the best of my ability. I still try to read about all this stuff. I'm less informed than I used to be, but still pretty informed.
Okay. We are not affiliated.
We are not affiliated with Apple. I am not a genius, quote unquote TM genius, but I know a lot about it because I like it. Apparently I like it all, says Norma, so my credit card statement tells me. All the stones, right? We do too. All of our credit cards tell us that. Every single one of them. But do we stop? Never. Never. Got to keep making. Got to keep buying, keep selling, keep making, keep being creative.
I figure it could be crack.
It could be crack on the credit cards. You could be buying crack.
And so at least you get something you can keep.
And it's not going to ruin your health.
Yeah. This year's store is bigger. Aligns your chakras.
Right. There you go. Got all the good crystal info.
Will crack do that?
Will crack align your chakras? I don't think so. Susan is here. Hello, Susan. Thanks for joining us. Suzanne says, our phones wouldn't have lasted that long. Lasted how long? What did I say? I can't remember now.
Till September?
Oh, yeah, till September. Yeah, you did get new ones. You got the 15s, right, though? I think you said you got the 15. The 15 is good for Apple Intelligence. For the newest operating system coming out, 15 will be just fine. The biggest rumors that I've heard for the 16 are really, it may have a shutter button. So you're going to get more manual control over the shutter of your camera on your phone, possibly. Don't know what that's actually going to be about, but that's a rumor. But the biggest rumor I've noticed is that the screens are going to be a little bit bigger, maybe. They're going to have the slimmest bezel ever in a phone. And they're going to be a little bit brighter and less power hungry. So they're switching to, I think, a Samsung OLED.
I noticed my phone recently was able to charge as long.
Yeah, that's battery stuff and the heat especially. But yeah, and supposedly they're going to be the thinnest phones ever. That Apple's the thinnest devices, like maybe devices or thinnest phones Apple's ever made. The new iPad that just came out, the iPad Pro, the big one, is the thinnest device Apple's ever made. It's thinner than the iPod Nano that they used to have, or the iPod Shuffle, which was super thin. And the iPads are thinner than that. So there's rumor that they're going to make the screen technology better so that they can make the battery smaller. So you'll still have the same battery length, but your phone will be thinner. I'm like, can we just keep things a little thicker and put a bigger battery in them? Maybe do that. Maybe do that. Although thin is nice. Light. I know. That's the thing too. Hello, Marianne. Thank you for joining us. You have a shipment going out. We have shipments going out everywhere. We did a lot of shipping today. I am a little bit worn. I'm a little bit like zoned out from looking at the computer screen and pulling orders today. Teresa is with us. Teresa is with us. Thank you for joining us. Misaligned chakras, says Marianne, right? Suzanne says, yeah, we got 15s. Good. I think the 15s are fine for Apple Intelligence. And you know, you may not want the AI, but Siri is getting a boost. Is she going to say something? S is getting a boost, and it's going to be kind of nice. It's going to be one of those things that you're going to be able to follow up on questions you ask, which I'm very excited about. Like if you ask, you know, who, like, what's the weather like in Chicago? And then you say something like, what are good places to eat there? She'll actually remember that you were talking about Chicago and be able to, you won't have to keep saying, because right now you have to keep saying, okay, what's the weather like in Chicago? Where are good places to eat in Chicago? But now you're going to be able to talk more like a normal person to her. So hopefully it's as good as they're showing. But they always, Siri, oops, I shouldn't say that. S is always behind a little bit of other vendors. See, she's listening to me. Because Apple doesn't open their training to the big models of collecting your data. So they try to train in-house, and they try and train more privately. And that's why she lags behind a little bit sometimes in these things, but I think they're doing a major catch-up here in the fall. So I'm excited for that. It is going to have other AI features, like if you are reading an article, it can automatically summarize the article for you. Or if you're writing a long email and you're like, this email is so long, you're supposed to, I believe, be able to say, okay, take this and can you summarize it for me? Or can you make it more friendly or sound more, sound more studious or sound more friendly or sound more serious. And it'll help you rewrite things and do things like that, which could be useful. You know, I don't know how much I'll actually use it because I like to write what I like to write, but you never know. You never know where that stuff comes in. AIs, it's going to be the future. That's what it is. And I know some of y'all, I know Harry's been really big into AI art, and Andrew played around a lot with AI art for a while. And, I think these are going to be more tools that we decide how we use them, and we decide what gets used. And, I'm sure everyone will be tracking us to see what we all use most. And that's what's going to happen, right? Susan says, I never use S. I do, but only to a point. I don't use it a lot, but we do use it in the house because we have the speakers. We do have the speakers. So we do ask questions a lot in the house, and it's nice. But Apple Intelligence isn't coming to the speakers. So at least that's the rumor right now. They don't have the chip power. I'm sure they'll come out with new speakers that you'll have to replace your old ones. But if you want that conversational kind of assistant, not on your speakers, not yet anyway. We'll see what happens. But Suzanne's going to dinner. Catch you later. We'll see you again soon. Teresa says, I have an order coming too. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So yeah, lots of, like I said, we processed 80 some orders, I think, today. And that sounds like a lot. Like, we don't have those kind of orders every single day. I wish we had 80 orders every day. Then I could definitely hire a crew to do shipping. But most of these are people who I know either prefer or don't mind things being combined to save on shipping. And we processed a lot of people's like smaller orders. Like I said, some of y'all order like one thing from Alive sometimes. Some of you order 20 things from Alive sometimes. And over the course of time, they build up, and then we process them all and try and save you on shipping. So that's what we did. We did a lot of catch up today. Barb's going to do some more tomorrow, and then hopefully she'll get through a lot of that. And then I'll pretty much be on my own for shipping, which is kind of good. I'm kind of looking forward to being able to organize things there a little bit and kind of get a schedule going more for myself throughout the week. How's Andrew doing?
I realized we didn't go to Amish today.
I know. I missed it in the morning. I was too early in the morning, and then I was too late coming home. So we didn't get Amish vegetable stand. I know, our Amish groceries for the week.
That's going to be interesting.
I'll be running to the supermarket more.
There's an Amish on Saturday, I think, over by near Sheets.
Yeah, there's one up at the hardware store. They start at like 8:30 or something. I don't think it might be Mondays. It might have been yesterday. I can't remember. I saw it, or maybe Sunday. Because I didn't think it was the same day as the market, but maybe it is. Maybe they're trying to start their own market up there too. Thing was today too, and I've never been in there, Sherwood Forest. I don't know how to do it either. I think you just walk in and you just buy now. You know, it used to be an auction. We used to have a food auction, and I think they turned it into just you come in and buy stuff. But I've heard you do have to like really use the stuff fast. It's super cheap, but it's like near the verge sometimes of expiring or wilting or whatever that case may be.
That's how we eat anyways.
I know. We eat the same day generally. Hello, Danette. Thank you for joining us.
How's your tick bite?
Yeah, how's the tick bite doing? How's the antibiotics doing? I think you have some stuff heading your way too. Lots of people have stuff heading their way. Thank you all so much for the support and buying stuff. Plain out, thank you for buying stuff because it keeps us going. And that's the business. And that fuels everything else that we're able to do. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Should we get this show started?
Yes.
Anybody got any interesting things to talk about?
What are you all having for dinner?
What are y'all having for dinner? We need some ideas.
We are going to have, I think, some crackers.
Amish Sabbath this Sunday, so not likely to have sales. I'm not sure that it's Amish up there, though.
In theory, there's a farm. There's something called the People's Farm.
The People's Farm.
And it's like these young guys that are doing it.
Yeah.
But the times I've seen them set up, it was like microgreens.
Mm. And I need to go visit my mom because John Paul and his wife set up a farm stand now at the end of Killen Road, apparently. And she got some really good kale and some greens and some stuff from them. Yeah, so I need to go visit them sometimes.
You know Erica Blair? She sometimes helps them.
Does she?
Mm-hmm.
I know she's friends with them. I see her liking their posts. And I actually pointed the two young people that I've been talking to you about that come to the store, and you haven't met them yet. Because the one guy, he wants to learn how to work on a farm, and they were looking for farm help. So I said, if you can get a ride there, Johnstown's not too far from Armagh if you have a ride. But
they just walk.
Huh?
Do they just walk everywhere?
They take the bus in Johnstown. Yeah. The bus does not get to Armagh. And I know they don't have a car, but I said if someone in your family can take you or you have friends that can take you, But I said, hit them up. Maybe they're looking. I know they're looking for farm help, or at least they were. Danette says, antibiotics are rough. Friday's my last day of them. Light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, good. Oh, good. Says, William, did you get your tick results? I just did today. I didn't get to tell Andrew. They are both negative. Yeah, both of my ticks were found negative for Lyme. So
sure they just didn't get cooked.
They said they're negative. They say they can, even if they're dead and dry, they're supposed to be able to test them.
They were in the car during the heat wave, so.
Yeah. Well, my doctor gave me a blood test for Lyme, so I have to go get my blood taken. I also have to do that for my thyroid anyway. So one of these days, before I eat anything in the morning, I have to go up and supposedly I can make an appointment through my phone, but I haven't been able to figure out how to do that yet. Cheryl just had shrimp sushi from Mayer's. Very tasty.
I miss sushi.
I do miss some sushi. I do. It's not the same eating the veggie sushi.
The one was pretty good.
The one in Latrobe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a place by the UPS store we went to, and they did have a variety of veggie sushis and fried stuff. Like we got the tempura. That's the word. Yeah.
The only other place that I've seen veggie sushi is in San Francisco.
Of course.
So where that's not.
Yeah.
And the line was around 2 blocks.
2 blocks around.
And apparently they have a Michelin star, which I didn't know about.
Oh, that's well.
So I went over there thinking, I just gonna go and pick up some food. And then I saw the line. I said, "This is for the restaurant." And there's people literally asleep. And then they've been like, "Oh yeah, we've been in line for like a couple hours now, but anytime now." I said, "Oh, I don't know."
You've got to have a kind of lifestyle that allows you to wait in line for hours for food.
Well, they did not look well off. The people sleeping okay, all right. Let me tell you, I like San Francisco, but I've never seen that amount of human feces on the sidewalk. So I would not be sleeping on the sidewalk. Let me just tell you, that's not going to happen. I wipe my shoes down after I walk around town because I had the trauma time of just feeling the aura of it.
Oh no.
So, anyway.
Human feces on the sidewalks.
Yeah, they're joking around about what kind of poop this is. And then they're going to make a game.
That's no joking game.
And they're going to make a game. And then
no.
It's like, you know how you can, like, what you call that? Report an incident, you know, in, like, Apple.
Oh, yeah, in the maps. Mm-hmm.
If there's, like, a roadblock or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we should do this game where you spot the poop, and then you can take a picture, and then people can guess.
Oh no! Oh no!
Imagine the ads you would get if you had that.
You download that game. What kind of ads you're going to get on your phone after that? Because you like this.
You will like this.
We think you'll like this. I don't even want to know. Don't even want to know. Susan says, that's good news, William. Thank you so much. Fantastic, William. That's great. William says, Teresa. We had baked spaghetti for lunch, and I had a simple green salad for dinner, said Susan. I like baked spaghetti.
We haven't had that in years.
No.
I like it with the angel hair pasta, and then it makes it tighter.
Oh, yeah. My grandmother on my dad's side used to do a good baked pasta, usually like a baked
Ziti?
It was like a ziti, but it was the really open, like short but open, like penne, but it wasn't the long thin ones. She got some, I don't know if she made, I don't think she made them, but they were bigger noodles.
That's a different name.
And then sometimes she would do gnocchi, her own. She'd make her own baked gnocchi.
I like it. I like how it tastes, but I also don't like to work like that anymore in the kitchen. So
My other grandmother used to do. I think she made the spaghetti ahead of time, but then she would bake it on. She would cut a piece of a zucchini because she grew big zucchinis, and she'd take the zucchini, cut them in half lengthwise, scrape out the seeds, put the pasta and sauce down in it, and then bake it all together.
it was like a boat.
It was like a boat, yeah, and I liked that. That was good too. Dana says, thank you for the positive vibes and well wishes. I love my AG Bead fam. Yes, yes. Marion says, I never saw anything like that in San Francisco. Leave it to Andrew.
Well, let me tell you.
He's like, it's a different story now.
Have you been? Because, it's a very beautiful city. I really like it. There's a lot to do. There's lots of really good food. It's wonderfully cultural. There's cool stores, cool things to see. It is wildly expensive. I got shook when I had to pay $18 for the toilet paper and the cookies. I said,
and how many rolls of toilet paper was that?
It was a 4-pack.
A 4-pack and some cookies, $18.
And it's like, oh my goodness, these cookies are so expensive. And then they're like, that's not the cookies. And it's like, but I guess it's the only like convenience store in that area that I was staying in. And so they can charge whatever they want.
And everyone's got the bidets there anyway, right?
I don't know. Not the place
He's like, not where I was.
That bathroom, it was very narrow.
Sandra says, I was eating.
Well,
Andrew, that's making me gag, says Susan.
Now
you know.
There you go.
Teresa says, I had spaghetti squash with mushroom sauce, blueberry buckle for dessert. That does sound good.
Yeah, I guess I'm not sensitive about that stuff. I guess I am sensitive, but I'm also not sensitive.
Yeah. You can talk about it. You cannot visit with it. No. Andrew even gets a waft of visiting with it, and he's throwing up in his mouth a little bit.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. After that, let's flip the camera around and let's get this show started, because we got to figure out what we're going to have for dinner tonight ourselves. There are some leftovers, but I don't think there's enough.
I don't know. Did you go back for more after?
Not after you went to bed, but I did have, I think, a second helping last night.
But you get tiny bowls.
I do. I like to eat tiny bowls.
I don't know how long I can make it in here. This is hot.
Too hot for you?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable, but...
Yeah, you also have the pan pointing at you.
Well, it's going both ways.
It's not hitting over here.
Here, let me move it toward you a little bit. Huh? You're in the alcove? You're not in the wind tunnel?
No, it's not.
Here, let me move this toward you.
I'm getting faint.
That hitting you?
It's a little bit better.
There you go, so you don't die over there in the alcove.
I'm not going to die. I'm just going to go in the other room.
He's like, I'm just going to leave. Let me see if
my... Get on my phone. Comment from afar.
Let me see if my...
People don't like my talk anyway.
It's still downloading 225 photos. My computer could not fix its photo library, so it has overnight started to download the entire everything again. I don't think it's actually downloading them all. I think it's comparing them and downloading what may be missing or corrupted just to get itself sorted, because it's not taking up any more space. But it's down to 225 originals it has to download yet. And then once it downloads, I can shut it down, kind of, at least shut the photos down and turn on the air conditioner.
I was freezing earlier.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting like lightheaded.
Marion says, I'm quite comfortable, but it is 94 outside. The advantages of living in a basement. I thought so too, but our basement is wildly hot.
I don't know what's up with that.
Normally, our basement is one of the coolest rooms in the summer, but for some reason, it's like there's a window open there. I don't know what's going on or why it's so warm down there, but it is warm down there.
I'm an indoor cat, so...
You're an indoor cat. It is 90, well, it's 85 now. Went up to 91 today. Wow, it's 8 o'clock. My whole day, I don't know where my day went. Shipping, that's where it went. All right, everyone. It's nice hanging out with y'all, though. Sometimes I just talk about things, and I'm like, just to stay on and talk with you all. Let me turn on the lights. Okay. So you all know how this works, right? Anybody new here? If you're new, let us know. I'm going to put the banner up. I'm going to say it real quick, but if you have real questions, let me know. If you'd like to claim anything tonight, take down the lot number. We're starting with GS31 because we did 1 through 30 yesterday. Take down that lot number, GS31, for example, put it in the subject line of an email, address that email to info@allegorygallery.com. That's up here in case you forget, or down here scrolling as well. So are these instructions. And hit send. First come, first serve. Please, if you're sending an email to us, send a new email every time. Do not reply to an old email of yours that you've sent us before to start a new email. That does not work. You will lose out on everything. All right? New email every time. Put that in the subject line. If you'd like more than one, only if there's a number down here. It'll tell you how many we have. There's no number here, so I only have one of these strands. All right. But if there are more than one, you can say, for example, GS31 times 2. Put that in the subject line, hit send. If you send us an email, we are expecting you to purchase it if you get it. You cannot take all of them and then say, I just really want this one now. That does not work. All right. That's the way you get kicked out of the club. So just send what you want, what you really want. And if you get it, we'll send you an invoice via Square. We only invoice via Square. And there are options on Square to pay in multiple ways. You can pay with a credit card. You can pay with Square Cash. You can pay with Afterpay if you qualify. Lots of ways to pay. Cheryl says, ooh, we're in the club. Yes, stay in the club. Please stay in the club. Don't get kicked out of the club.
And people think that we're just saying that.
We've had to kick people out of the club. Y'all, we don't like to do it. We don't want to do it.
We haven't had to do it much.
No, we've not had to do it much. But there have been times we've had to say, I'm sorry, you can't do this. This is not how we function. A lot of times it's kind of either new people not understanding or spammers, because that happens.
The people that got kicked out knew what they were doing.
He says the people got kicked out
They
knew.
got kicked out.
Yeah, they did get kicked out.
So... you don't see some names.
He says that might be why. All right. GS31. This is a strand of deep carnelian. These are some good color carnelians here. If you like that carnelian, that's that deep color, this is it. This is...
When you said that, I thought you were saying Karma Chameleon.
Karma Chameleon. Karma. 6mm faceted rounds, 1 strand, GS31, deep carnelian, beautiful stones, and this strand is 16 inches. It goes to the 8, 16 inches. 1 strand available. I will try and let you know if they get claimed. If the email cooperates. And I will be going back and forth between the junk folder and the regular folder. Angela says, I like your talk. Had to be at another Zoom just about to storm. Anvil looking cloud over the water. Gonna be a rip roar soon. Oh boy. Got some crazy weather coming.
Where do you live?
Where are you at, Angela? I just looked at your name today and I should remember, but I don't.
Did you put her prize in the mail?
Not yet. We're getting her stuff together yet. She's got stuff.
But she won the grand prize.
She won the grand prize.
For our grand opening.
Excuse me. Thank you. And someone else here watching, and we didn't name it, but someone else here watching is going to get an extra bonus for purchasing in the online store or commenting on that post where we had, where you could win that smaller grand prize. Semi-grand prize, right? Alrighty. Someone just sent us an email with no subject or claim lot number. So if that was you, take a look and see if that was you. I can't say who it was. I don't do that. But if you're trying to claim something, your email had no lot number in the subject line or in the body of the email. All right. Here we go. GS 32. GS 32. This is, I believe, yeah, olive jade. $7 for these cute little nuggets. I love these like simple cut nuggets. Just hack away at those facets, make it look good, keep that goodiness. Andrew's dying of heat over here. This is a 16-inch strand, only $7. And this one is about 9.5 millimeters, between 8 and 9.5, depending on which side of the facets. Oh, there's one at 7. 7 to 9, depending on the side of the facet you catch.
7 of 9.
7 of 9.
So let me just say this.
Okay, Andrew's going to say something.
That show, Star Trek Discovery.
Yes, yes, we do.
She said the one Reno, my favorites, the engineer, said that they did a cocktail called 7 of Limes. 7 of Limes? And everybody laughed. So funny, so funny. But how'd they know about 7 of 9? Because they from the past and they go to the future. There's no, unless they did something, I don't know. Look into the future.
I don't know.
Inconsistency.
Inconsistency?
I caught it.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. You follow along with the timelines much better than me.
It's confusing.
I would need to like watch the shows in the order that they come like are supposed to be in history.
That's not that didn't because you try to do that. You try to start with the OG Star Trek, and I just got getting bored.
Yeah.
I was like, who's doing this Shakespeare soliloquy in space?
GS 33, $8.
Like, okay, if you want to do that, you can do that.
These are these cute little cubes. I think we had these in. Did we have these in? Yesterday. Different stone. Was it apatite?
It was a blue stone.
It was a blue stone. We have them here in the new jade. We had new jade, I think, rounds yesterday, which are really, or faceted rounds. They had that really luminescent glow. So if you got those, I think somebody got those. You might want to pair them with these little cubes. These are so cute. They're tiny little cubes, about 4 millimeter. And they're nice and like they're kind of like sharply cut, like they have very crisp edges. They've not been tumbled or anything like that, and they look really good. And these are 16-inch strands, and I love the color you get from these. Like you get some of that yellow sometimes on a flash, or some of that milky green or a brighter green. I think they look opalescent. I love this. I love new jade. It gets a bad rap because, well, for a while it got a bad rap, I think. But it's a really pretty stone.
Well, I think that's the thing about like tonight and last night is just because something's inexpensive doesn't mean that it's not worthy.
Right.
And I think a lot of people, when that kind of came out, it was inexpensive. And so people kind of just assumed that it's not good.
Yeah, they put that that worth or not worth to it because it's an inexpensive stone. But you know what? A lot of stones sometimes start out inexpensive when they're plentiful, and then as they dry up, suddenly you're paying a lot of money for stones that you used to look down on, or some people did. I like the stone. I love these.
Some stones start out cheap and then they get expensive.
That's what I mean.
Or some go expensive and then they get cheap.
Then they find more. And they're like,
they flood the market, or they had a bad show and then they mark the stones down.
It just takes a few people marking the stones down for everyone to start catching on.
I mean, it's kind of like a stock market. The bead market.
Okay, 33 has sold. I found that. Thank you so much. So far, that's the only one we've sold so far.
Is there a store called the Bead Market?
I'm sure there is.
But that sounds cute.
Watching a raccoon wandering around in the storm, says Angela. Yeah, I don't know that that's a great idea for that raccoon to be doing that. So GS33 has sold. GS31, 32 are still available, and this is GS34. It's a long strand of rose quartz. So this is 8, 16, 24, 32. About a 32 or 33 inch strand of rose quartz chips. For those of you out there who like chips, I know there are a few of you. Only $9 for, what did I say, 36 inch strand? Yeah. No, 32, 33 inch strand.
October.
Yeah, get ready for October. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get that rose quartz. If you're already starting to make stuff for shows, you better start making for October. People like to buy it in advance.
Well, they were talking, I follow certain shopping and like marketing and retail stuff, and they said that after the 4th of July, they start doing Halloween, because that's the next big
time.
Unless they sell back to school stuff.
Back to school happens first, yeah. So these are around 7 millimeter, 6.5 to 7 millimeter chips.
But they were saying that with school, now school starts all different times. It used to be September. Some of the kids back in July.
Yeah, ours always started pretty much my mom's birthday week, like the end of August, August 23rd. Which my friend's birthday is August 26th, and he was like, "Get to go back to school for your birthday!"
Hooray!
Hooray!
Well, some kids like that.
Yeah, some kids do like that. I always got super jazzed up for the first day of school. Like, I liked getting, you know, the new Trapper Keeper, or like I loved office supplies. So any new thing like that I could get, backpacks or anything like that, and then I would be up all night thinking about the next day of school.
I loved school, but I did not like always the social aspects of it.
I didn't either, but I don't know why. I used to get excited for like the first day of school early, and then as I got older, and things weren't always as great, then I was not as excited for it. Suzanne says ours starts early mid-August. Marianne says they are already selling Christmas crafty items.
Christmas?
That's a bit much.
Maybe Christmas in July?
Christmas in July, maybe. They're trying to make that a big thing, Christmas in July.
Well, they're also, if you are making stuff for holiday markets,
yeah,
and you need more
it's
time,
a smart thing to do.
Instead of like us you wait till the last second, and then like, we're gonna come out with a brand new, entire new line
in a week.
No, the day before.
The day before. This is GS35, everyone. $15. This is a beautiful blue quartz.
Like at the show this year, we did Handmade Arcade this past year, and I don't know if I was sick or what was that, but I don't know if my dad was dying or what. I don't remember, but I was not into it.
Well, he was. That was what was going on at that point.
And so you did most of the stuff, but we did the show and we realized what would sell. So we ran home and made a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we ran home. We stayed at the hotel the first year. The second year, we ran home in between, and we were able to take what sold the first kind of evening. They do an evening kind of open, and we saw what was selling, and we're like, let's go and make more of that. And we did, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, I would do it again if we get in through Acre.
Yeah, we gotta apply to that too, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
This is 16-inch strand of blue quartz, beautiful blue quartz.
That's gonna be
6mm faceted rounds.
rainbows, cats, and possums.
Rainbows, cats, and possums, pretty much.
That's
Suzanne
true.
says, I liked learning, but not school. I read that July 5th is the unofficial start of spooky season. Instagram has many pages with people showing off their Halloween displays.
Well, we didn't even get our. Does somebody want to do our windows? You know, I used to love doing our windows, but then I've done probably, I cannot count how many windows.
I know.
And I got burnt out.
Angela says, is the light-colored rose quartz inferior to pink? Should I mix? Don't.
I wouldn't say it's inferior.
Inferior to what? Pink what?
The more pink.
The more pink quartz?
Yeah, because this is that one is kind of a lighter.
Oh. You mean in
saturation?
In metaphysical power? What are you saying inferior to? Inferior as far as people view it?
Price.
In price? Give us some more details on what you're asking for. In most cases, I'm going to say no anyway.
It depends what you like, right?
It depends what you like. It depends what feels good to you. I like the lighter rose quartz when it's almost on that clear. I think it's really pretty because, like, I do like pink, but I don't wear a lot of pink. So a little bit of that is good for me, but that depends what you like.
Yeah, I would never
As far
say
as,
that that's inferior.
no.
It's just different.
And
like cost-wise,
I was going to say, cost-wise, if you get a true
also,
deep...
Here's another thing. If you get super saturated pink, there may be heavy metals in it, like mercury.
Or it could be dyed, and they're not telling.
Yeah, and dyed is fine as long as you
as long as you know, but do not pay the high-end price without knowing.
So hopefully that sheds some light on your question.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There a lot of times people they get like where they have these kind of value systems to like what things are worth and stuff. And I get that from a retail perspective, like how much you're going to charge for something.
Yeah.
And kind of sometimes perceived value, because there's stuff that does not cost a lot.
This is dyed chalcedony, by the way, everyone. These are faceted rounds, 10mm.
They get where they put a real high price tag on some stuff.
16-inch strands.
And
yeah, if you're doing things for shows and things like that, one of the best, just go by your cost of what you're making. But also, if you want to do the perceived value thing, you have to. It depends what area you're in too, and what people in that area are valuing more at the moment.
But also, like with comparable prices, what your experience level is, what kind of price points you're working at, what kind of shows you're going into.
Yeah.
Do you have wholesale? Do you do retail only? Do you do a combination of wholesale and retail? Do you have vendor partners? There's a ton of
different things that go into it.
Like for pricing strategies, one of my mentors early on, she said she priced what the market can bear. And there's some people who do that where they mark stuff up real high.
Mm-hmm.
As high as people are willing to pay.
Yep.
But that was also a different time. So when she had her store, it was not very common to have online retailers.
Yeah.
So nowadays, people can just like look something up real fast, and if you're crazy high price, you better have a reason why.
Right. Yep. These are 16-inch strand. These are a dyed stone, but it's beautiful. Love these. We've sold one of these, so actually we've sold both of these, so they're both gone. Thank you so much. For those of you who bought them, they are about 30.5 millimeters by about 40 millimeters. Both of those have disappeared. Thank you so much. So 33 and 37 so far have sold out. The rest are still available. Let me check my spam. Make sure no one's going in there. Okay, good. Got everybody out of there so far. Pamela's here. Hello, Pamela. Hallmark's Pamela Cowdy says starts selling its ornaments on the 13th. Christmas, getting geared up for Christmas. I believe they do. That's probably one of their biggest seasons. They're going to get started as early as they can.
Well, it's also one of those things that in a lot of places they do a year in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to produce this stuff and make this stuff.
Yeah, depending on who they're partnering with to do their things.
And do launches with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to go and coordinate it with their TV channel and all that business.
This is a dyed jade or dyed agate. It's a really pretty blue. Only $10 for the strand. This strand is 8 millimeters. Where these beads are 8 millimeter faceted rounds. Susan says, my Uncle Al's birthday was August 26th, and my mother's was September 2nd. They hated their birthdays because it was back to school time. Yeah. GS38, this strand has sold. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, or Andrew said, find the stones you like, and we don't look down on any stones. They all have a purpose.
I don't like unakite.
He does not like unakite, but they all have a purpose. They all have somebody who's going to love them. So a lot of people have a thing against dyed stones. We believe as long as there's nothing wrong with it, and oftentimes
Stable too.
Yeah, and stable. As long as it's not a big deal. You know what you're getting into, and you know what you're buying, and you know what you're selling if you're selling to other people, because a lot of times those prices are a little bit lower, and sometimes you need that to differentiate your brand.
Well, let's just be honest. Some things don't appear in nature that color.
And you might need that color
So,
or want that color.
There are designers who work in neons. You're not going to find that.
No.
I mean,
well,
you
like
may
that,
find it.
like this you might find in something like a neon apatite, but do you know how much that strand's going to be?
How much is that strand?
That was $8 or $10.
So that'd be like $18. So over double the price.
Yeah.
If you get a good price.
Yeah. If you get a good price.
Because that could easily be 32, 42.
For neon apatite and that quality,
and
yes. Be transparent. This is GS39. Oh, 35 has just sold. Let me see how many we had of that one. Just had one of those. The GS35 has sold. Thank you so much. GS39 are these. And this is why am I forgetting? Aventurine. Green Aventurine. These are really cute.
Darker than the green aventurine that we had last night.
Yeah, these are nice and dark, little, almost 7 millimeter coins, flat coins, and this strand is 14 inches. It's a 14-inch strand. $6 only. $6. GS 39. Lena says, depends on what you like, just like wine. Yes, some people will say this wine is better or worth more, but if you don't like it, it doesn't matter, right? And if you do like it, you're allowed to like it.
Sure.
Some people get shamed because they like the more inexpensive stuff, and they're like, oh, it's so cheap. And I hear all these people.
We went to the winery, and we pulled up, and that lady who owned the winery
Yep.
was upending a bottle into her Slurpee cup with a lot of ice.
She had a big
She
plastic
said, "I don't
Slurpee
care."
cup. She had ice in her red wine. I like red wine, and I like it with ice.
And she's like, and I don't care if anybody else. And it was almost like a fighting word.
Well, she probably heard enough about it because people do look down on you when you do stuff like that.
If it's hot,
that's a good refreshing beverage.
Correct. You can do whatever you want. And they're like, oh, it waters it down. Oh, well, so does the saliva in my mouth fall.
Right.
So we're going to go buy it. I don't know. You know, I'm also not one of those people who, I don't know. Like, I like good food and stuff, and I'm not afraid to pay for it if I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know.
This is GS40, everybody. This is Amazonite. This is a simple cut Amazonite. And it is about 7.5 millimeters. This is like that jade we had earlier, but this is Amazonite, same kind of cut. If you got the other strand, I don't know if anyone did yet, but these would be great to have these simple cuts together, I think, or have this in your arsenal. This is a 16-inch strand, only $8. GS40. Oh no, Suzanne says, now we have flooding. You have flooding at your house? I hope not. But if you do, please
get off the live and
go take care of it. Get safe. Yes. Get those fur babies to safety.
Get the raft or cinnamon.
Huh? Cinnamon. Charlie. Got to get the raft out.
That'd be cute.
That'd be pretty cute.
They're going to be Sailor Explorers.
Oh, Suzanne says not in the house. Oh, good. That I was really worried for a second. Whew. I was like, don't be here. I don't turn people away very often, but if your house is flooding, please take care of that.
You can watch the replay.
Yes, you can watch the replay from the raft. That's all right, but whew. Okay. All's good there. Okay, 40 has just sold. Thank you so much. Danette says, I like ice in wine when I drink it. White wine, cool, but no ice for me, says Marianne. Sailor cat, says Suzanne. I know, right? How cute would that be?
We used to talk about how
Paolo.
Adorable in the sailor's outfit.
Yeah, he should have had a sailor's outfit. This is stabilized turquoise, which is, you want stabilized. Stabilized turquoise. These are faceted coins. This is 12, just about 12.5 millimeters. And this is a beautiful strand of turquoise, stabilized turquoise. This is a 16-inch strand, GS41, only $18. Only $18. I drink chilled rosés, not chilled reds. Room temperature reds, but 90 RT. Don't. Pam says that. 90 RT. I don't know what RT is. But, yeah. Right turn. Right turn on red. Okay, GS41.
You know, I guess it depends. But as always, like some of the red wines, they're really good when they're warm.
Mm-hmm.
So they're good for like mulling.
Yeah, you get them really warmed up. You got that holiday beverage going.
And it brings out like the spiciness.
Mm-hmm. 41 has just sold, that turquoise. Thank you so much. GS42. See, we don't have anything too expensive tonight, y'all. $20 or less. How can you not win with these strands? All right, this is a synthetic turquoise. Synthetic turquoise.
And we don't know how this was made.
We don't know how this was made. This could be glass. This could be quartz ground up with turquoise dust. Could be a lot of different ways.
They didn't specify how that was.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you work with a vendor, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we did not get to find out how that was made.
No. So it's called synthetic turquoise. That's what it's tagged as. We priced it at $12, which was the fair pricing that we have. We thought we'd give it a try. If you like it, you like it, right? What does it matter sometimes what it is? If you like it, you like it. If you have a use for it, these would make beautiful little earrings. I don't care what it is. These would be amazing little earrings. And
a big style necklace, that'd be cute.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or make lots of little dangles on there.
This is like teardrop shape, right?
Teardrop shape, faceted teardrops. These are approximately about almost 6.5 millimeters, 6 millimeters, 6.5 millimeters at their widest, and the length is about 16 millimeters. Oh, but not 90 degrees room temperature, Pam says. No, 90 degrees is not a good room temperature for wine. Unless it's mulled and spiced, and then it makes some sense, right?
And I think, what is the temperature then?
It's going to be over 90. It's going to be over 90 degrees, right?
Boil it.
Yeah. Okay, so these ones, the likes to these, the sister strands or brother strands to these, sold out earlier. We have these ones now. Instead of the rounds that the other ones were, these are a teardrop shape. And I think we had the teardrops last night too. Because we were saying if you put some pyrite in there, right? So GS43, $8 for these only. 2 strands available, 1 strand available. We just sold one. And these are 30 millimeters approximately by 40 millimeters. Mulled wine, probably about 140 degrees Fahrenheit, says Marianne.
I don't drink it that hot.
Andrew's like, I don't drink it that
I
hot.
take the lid off it, let it cool down. You know, some people don't mind. They have like, I was watching some cooking show, and the dude, he dipped his fingers in the boiling water and picked the vegetables out and put it in his mouth for the rest of it.
Oh, no.
And it's like, does his tongue have, I don't have skin?
Does it have anything left on it?
Does your tongue have skin on it?
Your tongue's just a muscle, right? But it's a muscle with taste buds.
The inside skin?
So what is that? What is your tongue? How does that work?
I know there's taste buds.
Let's go back to biology class.
I don't know. We never learned that one.
I don't think we did either. GS43, there are 2 of these, well, now 1 available. Thank you so much.
I did, we did when I cooked tongue for an event once. There is something that peel off.
Boiling is 212, says Marianne.
I'm not drinking boiling nothing.
He says, I'm not drinking boiling nothing. ER Taylor 44, Denise Peck, and Ashley Pioli joined us over on Instagram. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you're still there, please like, share, thumbs up, love, heart, do all that good stuff. Help us out, everybody. Next up, we got some simple, beautiful dyed howlite. 2 strands available, only $6 a strand. This is going to combine well with your turquoise or give you that turquoise look without the turquoise cost. Beautifully pairs with things like rose quartz. Like look at okay. Where's that rose quartz strand? I don't think we sold the rose quartz strand yet, did we? 34. No, we did not. So let me show you. Like, I love the blue and pink combination together. And this rose quartz is slightly more pink than you're seeing on screen because my screen is killing the color a little bit. Most screens do that on these pink things. So GS44, like I said, beautifully pairs. These would look wonderful with pearls. Let's see, I just happen to have some pearls here from one of our other shows. How about these coppery pearls? Wouldn't that be beautiful together? That'd look really good together. Or maybe you don't like those pearls. Somebody didn't like them. A lot of people didn't like those pearls. They're still here. Maybe, huh?
Yeah, I think the reason why they're so is because
They're the expensive long strands.
they're really long.
How about the peacock pearls? Look at the peacock pearls with that blue. Wouldn't that be beautiful together? How about that? That's a long, big, nice strand of peacock pearls right there. Still got those available. So the blue pairs well with lots of things. If you had a lighter colored pearl, that'd be really pretty. Do some faux turquoise and pearl earrings. Be really pretty, or make a bracelet. I could see this as a bracelet with some really nice light pearls. Put some of those little white pearls in between. We had a lot of beautiful faceted pearls on shows here recently. I don't know, everybody. Lots of combinations. Lena says, I like the brown pearls with that blue and some leather and silver. That'd be great. I like those brown pearls with that. Those coppery pearls. Marianne says, yes, peacock and that blue is nice, right? So GS44, we're down to 1 strand available. Thank you so much. Suzanne says, oh, gold pearls. Yeah, get those gold faceted pearls out. You can get any of those from us. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That'll look good with gold. Here, look. Let me just show you. This is my Christian Lacroix pin in gold. But look how beautiful that blue and gold goes. Look at that, everybody.
I looked at that. Oh, we're getting a Christian Lacroix book in the mail.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
I'm excited for that then.
Free book.
Oh, a free book. So look how good that looks with that. Yum. Okay, GS44. Dyed howlite. Turquoise look without the turquoise price. All right, let me check my spam. Nobody's gone to spam yet. At least again. And where am I at here? That was 44, 45. The most expensive one of the evening. The highest we go, $20. Marion says, your pin is delightful, William. Thank you. I like that brooch a lot. We collect the Christian Lacroix. The original Christian Lacroix, not the remade stuff.
I picked up some of those too.
Yeah, we've got some of those. Avon did some of those too. These are gigantic. 14 and a half, approximately 14 and a half millimeter tiger eye rounds. Look at this strand. How luxurious. For only $20, those are some really good strands. That strand has just sold out. Thank you so much. Let me give you the size on this too. This one is approximately a 15-inch strand. 15-inch strand. There you go. Sold out. Thank you. I am ready for more. Everybody like that pin? Here, let me show you the pin again. Isn't that cool? Christian Lacroix was a designer in France. He was known for he designed for operas, but he was known for his grandeur, kind of. and
over the top.
over the top.
And very Catholic inspired.
There's a lot of well, his name is Lacroix, so there are a lot of crosses and a lot of like kind of religious symbolism in there, but also his haute couture was what he was known for more than his ready-to-wear lines. He kind of oftentimes was looked as kind of a guru for haute couture and where things were going, but his ready-to-wear stuff didn't always sell very well. He actually didn't make a lot of money, I think, because he
some
put
of the prints and stuff.
Yeah, he put out he was a driving force in haute couture, but his ready-to-wear wasn't always where it's at. But exactly, Susan, Lacroix, sweetie. Like, if you know Ab Fab, are absolutely fabulous from the UK. Edwina is very into Lacroix. And one of the reasons I got into Lacroix and then I started studying him, I actually did a French report in French class, one of my French classes on Christian Lacroix too, in college. 30 lots tonight. Yes, Suzanne, 30 lots tonight. I think Andrew's doing the numbering, but I think that's what we were planning on. He says, you never know.
We probably won't have a live tomorrow.
Yes, we're probably not going to have a live tomorrow because we're going to be in Baltimore, driving all around the place. So, if
I don't know if we can film from the thing on the show, they may not like it.
Yeah, they have some pretty. I was reading. They were talking about. I think you can. Where did I see that? They were talking about. You sent it to me. They were talking about. Yeah, no flash photography. There's only certain ways you can even sketch there if you want to go in and sketch.
So this is a Chinese turquoise that you have.
Chinese turquoise here.
Mm-hmm. And I believe it's been augmented.
So $10 a strand. Chinese turquoise, possibly augmented, 4 millimeters. Just really beautiful stones, though. I think they're really pretty. They're the green that I like. This is the green that pulls out the green in my eyes. 16-inch strands. I like this color, though. So if you like that too, GS46. Marianne can hear Edwina saying that. Me too, right? Eddie. Lacroix, sweetie. Like the pet. Have you heard the Pet Shop Boys song that's based off of Ab Fab? I like that. I like that song too. Now I have that song playing in my head. All right. Next up, what's this, Andrew? The dyed chalcedony.
Yeah.
Dyed chalcedony, faceted. Let's call them rondelles. Rondelle-ish. And these are about 6 millimeters. 6 millimeter rondelles. GS47. Don't think I know that song. Suzanne says, I love the Pet Shop Boys. I don't know much of their music, but I know they definitely paired up with them to do an Ab Fab song. It pulls quotes from the show, and I think they also recorded some extra stuff with it. And it's a pretty fun song. But it's very set, like it's a very kind of 80s vibe song, for sure. 16-inch strand. GS47, that beautiful dyed chalcedony. It has just that beautiful, beautiful look to it. Lovely. 44 has sold out. Thank you so much. 46, we've sold one of the 4 strands. Susan says, oh, I love the Pet Shop Boys. See? Suzanne and Susan both. And what do we got here? What do we got here? GS48 Peruvian Opal. Ooh-wee.
This is not super fancy grade.
No, but for $12, this is some nice This is some nice stuff for $12. Peruvian opal. Love these little nuggets. Peruvian opal, 3 strands available. These are approximately 9 millimeters, and then they're about 4 thick. And then you can see they vary, but let me just grab one here in length. It's about 11 millimeters in length. And let's see what we've got here. This is about a 15-inch strand. Not quite today, 7.5, so 15-inch strand. GS48. Peruvian opal, little nuggets, $12 a strand only. Good deal for Peruvian opal. Dennis is singing the Pixies. I don't know the Pixies. At least I don't think I do. GS48, we've sold one of those 3. Suzanne says tassels. I see tassels. Well, Andrew's going to add tassels to everything. Everything. What is this one, Andrew? Is this another one of those? The Chinese turquoise? Possibly augmented Chinese turquoise. If you got one of the little strands, someone did. You might want a larger strand to go with it. Let me pull those 2 together so you can take a look at them together.
You can see the pattern in the big ones.
Yeah, you can see the pattern really well in the big ones. There's a lot of pattern in the little ones too. So the little one was 46. Boy, when you put them together, you really see the pattern and the little ones pop out, right? Look at that. Look at that. So GS49 are these big ones. They come in at 7 millimeters, and 46 were the small ones at 4 millimeters. All right. All right, and this strand is about a 14-inch strand for the large ones. About a 14-inch strand. GS49, $16. Marion says, my favorite Pet Shop Boys is West End Girls. I know that one. I don't know many of their songs, but I do know that one. And let's see here. GS50. GS50. This is just a fun little grouping of stones. Mix and match. Dyed stones.
Probably dyed quartz.
Dyed quartz or dyed jade, probably, right? Mix of them. This looks like some of that new jade. Dyed jade. Dyed quartz. Could be. These are dyed quartz. GS50, and that is already sold out. So thank you so much. Just to give you an idea, size-wise, 13 millimeters by about 17.5. And that is a 16-inch strand. Sold. Thank you so much. Let me check my spam here. So far, so good in the spam department. Oh boy, the photos have finished syncing. So I can quit photos. Now we can try turning on the air if we want, but we might lose our screen. What do you think, Andrew? Do you need it?
Keep going.
You're okay this way? He says maybe. Not gonna leave me yet?
I don't know.
Says I do what I want.
Alright.
It's like I don't have much room tonight. Ooh, this is pretty. This is a pretty dyed stone. Susan says, that's right. William, if you've ever heard a commercial with the song Where Is My Mind in the background, then you've heard the Pixies. Where is my mind? I don't recognize that. But maybe I'll have to look. I'm going to have to look up the Pixies afterwards. It sounds familiar, but I can't place it. GS51, these are really beautiful. They're so raspberry colored. 10 millimeters by 14 and a half or so. They look more orangey red on my screen. Oh wait, it's 9 o'clock. That's why my screen went yellow. Let me see what they look like now. No, they look pretty close to the right color now, but they're still a little bit more pink, I would say, than on the screen. A little bit more of a pinky red. I like it. It's more of a blue red than the orange red. It feels like it's on screen. Anyway, GS51, $9. One strand available. What you doing?
I'm looking for paper.
Oh, you're gonna have to make some more. He's like passing out over there. GS52. We have some dyed chalcedony in green this time. I like this color. This matches my ruler. Look at that. And this is 7.5. Well, 7.5. So yeah, about 7.5 millimeters. Faceted rounds at 16-inch size strand. $12 only for the strand. Make some fun earrings. You know neon's happening, right? Use this with you. Make some fun earrings. Good beachy time earrings. GS52.
Has anybody been making anything?
There's Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Says, you know me in green. Me too, Nancy. I hope you're doing better. We heard you weren't feeling well. Hopefully you are feeling better. What did you say, Andrew?
Has anybody been making anything lately?
Has anyone been making anything lately, everybody? I haven't been able to check the wall out in the Design Challenge group lately. How's it going? Y'all making and showing stuff? Lennis, I admit I like the dyed chalcedony. Me too. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fun. It's colorful. You get colors you're not going to see otherwise unless you spend a fortune on certain stones.
Yep, that was a strand of breeze. Maybe you get that color.
Yeah. That red one and that green one. That green is pretty too. Suzanne's been making, says, yes, posting tomorrow probably.
Nice.
Susan says, just earrings. Nothing just about it. Earrings are great. Nancy says, I'm on the mend for sure. Thanks for asking. Good. We were concerned. We knew that stuff is especially rough on you. This is a labradorite. Look at the Andrew priced these to sell today. Look at these flashes in this labradorite. Beautiful stone.
It's probably the heat.
Andrew's getting heat. The hotter it gets in here, the better the prices get. Is that what you're saying?
The hotter it gets, is the quicker I'm gonna leave.
The quicker he's gonna leave. He's like, let's get these ready going. Let's get these ready going. This is 8 millimeter rounds. 8 millimeter rounds. 16-inch strands. GS53. GS53. There you go. $14 only.
Do you think we should do an AG live challenge?
AG Live Challenge? Perhaps.
You want to do, I think I want to do either we can do either a gemstone one. We done those recently. Design using gemstone.
Design using gemstones? I don't think we've done that recently.
You want to do that?
Sure. Sure. So, AG Live Challenge, let me find it here. AG Live Challenge, if you don't know what an AG Live Challenge is, oh, by the way, 53 is sold. Thank you so much. AG Live Challenge is when we ask you to post with the hashtag AG Live Challenge something you've made or something that you're working on. It doesn't have to be finished. And we want to see today something that you made with gemstones that maybe you haven't shown before or haven't shown in a while. How about that? How about that? So either pull something from the archives or show us something new that you've made with gemstones. And you can post on your own timeline and hashtag us, or you can also post in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group on Facebook. All right. Alrighty. Let me check my spam real quick before we move on to the next. We are good. Okay. GS54. GS54. This looks like a dyed quartz to me. Like a dyed strawberry quartz. And you can see the difference between like this and a real strawberry quartz, right? Different kind of coloring. But this is a really pretty pink color. And this is $12 only, GS54. These are these little faceted kind of rectangles, little faceted pillows. And this one is about 8 millimeters by, let's see if I can grab one of these, by about 12, 8 by 12 millimeters. And this is a 15-inch strand. 15-inch strand. Marion says, Harry and Cheryl and Susan have made some nice pieces. Awesome. Like to see people making stuff. I got to be able to check out some stuff here soon. I've been so busy today. Beautiful for October, breast cancer month, says Nancy. Yep, we were just talking about that, right? Pink rose quartz and the pink, even any dyed stone. Show off your pink for October.
I know some people don't like it, but I think as long as you stay within the idea and the spirit of it to raise awareness, that's what's important. But sometimes people are getting wild, like they're doing like the fracking drill bits, and fracking has been shown to cause breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So that people like.
That's not great. All right, Andrew. Yep, I'm ready for more.
Because sometimes there's this thing called pink washing. It's like rainbow washing. Basically, anybody just trying to make money off of a cause without actually contributing to the overall goodness.
Right.
And they're just trying to make money off of that.
Okay. Is this black agate rondelles? These are nice. Black agate. Huh? I don't know. Just got an email. Black agate rondelles. These are really pretty. You got some of them that got the white or clear. Some of them are a little wonky there, but these are really pretty. They're supposed to be about 4 by 7 millimeters. Let's check these out. Let's see what it says. More like 6. Let me make sure this is right. More like 6 millimeters, y'all. More like 6 millimeters. And these are like 2.5. I don't know where they're like 2.5 by 6 millimeters. But they're really pretty. GS55 if you need a nice black. These are 16. This is 16-inch strand. 1 strand available. Those would be really great to combine with some nice white pearls too. See those going with some beautiful pearls. The pearl in the middle, put 1 on top, 1 on the bottom, make a pair of earrings, sell it for $9. You paid for the strand using 4 of those beads. Done. Done. And that has sold. Thank you so much. GS56. Andrew's labeled these synthetic crystal.
So this is where they have the ground quartz and the silica, and they superheat it to super high temperature and melt it together, and then cut it.
So they make like a glass, but crystal glass.
So sometimes, some people don't mark it as synthetic, and then they charge super high.
Yeah, like if this were like not synthetic, if this were beautiful clear quartz just out of the ground, that price would be like 2-3 times that, right? But we're letting you know, and our vendors let us know that this is a synthetic, so it's ground up, superheated, and recomposed, and then faceted, and they're still lovely and beautiful, right? And even a better deal, about 5.6 millimeters rondelles, and this is a 16-inch strand. No shame in that game. Those are beautiful.
I love those.
GS56.
I would keep them.
I know. Those are really, really pretty. 2 of them available. $16 each. GS57 coming up for you. Is this another one of these, Andrew? Got a few of these coming up. These are a slightly bigger shape. So let me show you, because so here are the first ones. You can see they're thinner.
Those are 3 by 6.
Yeah, so there you go. You have the first ones we showed you. This is 56 on top. This is 57 on the bottom. So they're slightly thicker. And these were 5.6. I didn't do it this way. That's the other thing. So 5.6, the first ones were by about 3. So 5.5 by 3. And then these ones are 5.7, 5.6 by 4. So a little bit chunkier. $18 a strand for these. GS57, 2 strands available, reconstituted quartz or synthetic crystal. There's actually 3 of those available. 2 of the first one, 3 of these ones. $18 each. I think those are really pretty. Those are sparkly. Sparkly. You want to use them to make some sun catchers? I bet that would glisten and glow. Shoot the rainbows all over your room. GS58, and if you were looking for the rounds, we've got those too. GS58, $16 for the rounds. And these ones are just about 6mm rounds. 5.8, 5.9. Excuse me. Thank you. GS58, $16 each. Susan says, stop, you're tempting me. There, it's a good temptation. Let me check my junk. So far, no claims for these. No one claimed. No one wants the synthetic crystal. I think it's lovely. Great price. Thank you, Susan says, bless you. Thank you. GS58. All right, Andrew. Waiting for 59 and 60. What do you got for us over there? He says, you'll see. You'll see. So how's everyone doing?
Busted, so
huh?
One of the strands that's going to show is busted.
Oh, no. Marion says, they are pretty, but I just got some quartz beads. That happens. Ooh. What are you doing over here, Andrew?
I don't know.
The heat. All right. He's like, I'm out of here now. He did his job. GS59. Wait till you all see these. Turquoise, everybody. He gave you all the deal of the season. Turquoise strands. GS59. $20 a strand only. We've got 3 of these available. 2 of these, somebody knew what a deal this was and jumped on it. 2 of these now available. These are 16-inch strands of beautiful turquoise. This is approximately 9.5 millimeters. Let me show you. Nancy says Heishi is hot right now. We definitely are seeing more Heishi cut come around. Look at that. Here's the other one, everybody. Just to show you, they're all beautiful and they're all sold out. Multiple times, everybody. Thank you so much. There they are. There they are. I know. I was like, why did I thought that's because you handed them to me that way and then they went the other way. I was like, oh, all right. But anyway, if we had more of this, we could sell like 3 more strands, but we've only got 3. We've only got 3. And y'all have grabbed those. Thank you so much. And the last one for tonight.
The one in the bag is the busted one.
Okay, I'll keep away from the busted. Ooh, I didn't realize the bag was still open. Ooh. Okay, this is dyed blue topaz, everybody. 3 strands available. 1 strand is busted, but it's all there. Dyed blue topaz. Little clear, beautiful rounds. At 6 millimeters. Should see he brought Tallulah in. Just for holding. 14-inch strands. $12 only. 3 of them available. GS60. Beautiful light blue. Dyed blue topaz. GS60. There you go. $12, everybody. Only $12. 3 strands available. right.
And this is the face of guilt.
The face of guilt. Let me flip the camera here so we can see the face of guilt. Are you guilty? She says, I like what I like. There's no guilt about it. Okay. Let's see this little cute stuff. Oh.
She keeps looking. I see her eyes going, and
She's
then
darting.
she tries to pretend like she's not. She's not scoping the joint out.
Her little tummy's growling. Safe travels to Baltimore, says Danette. Good night to all. Thank you so much. Suzanne says, good night, everyone. Night, says Angela. Thank you all so much for joining us. It's getting warm in here now, so I'm going to shut down the computer and we're going to turn on the air. So thank you for hanging out with us. We will not have a live tomorrow night. We might do some lives, if we get time during our day there, depending on how caught up we get with friends in Baltimore. But we'll
update my stories.
Might update stories on Instagram, might do some reels. Who knows what we'll get up to?
Probably just stories.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Have to plan it out. Stories,
I don't plan them out so much.
And then
And
upload.
post. So stay tuned. Who knows what we'll be doing? But no selling show tomorrow. So if it's anything, it's going to be for fun. This is fun too. But
you never know.
He says you never know. He's like, I might take beads in the car, and we're going to do a live show in the car.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, I got a big van. I can sit in the back seat.
You never know.
Put a little work desk in the van. Anyway, thank you all so much. Have a great night, everyone. See you soon. Bye now.